Shalom uvracha, and thanks for tuning in. What a privilege it is for me to be back with the Shnayim Yomi Chevra as we travel through Shnayim Mikra ve'Echa Targum day by day, trying to take insights that will bring each day's aliyah to life, b'siyata d'shmaya. So we jump into Parsha Shemot, a brand new Sefer Shemot, with the pasuk Ve'ela Shemot b'nei Yisrael haboyim Mitzrayim. These are the names of the b'nei Yisrael who came down to Mitzrayim. Es Yaakov, Yaakov Avinu, Ish u'beisai ba'u. Each of his sons and their families all came down to Mitzrayim. And the tzaddikim say, based on the Medrash, the word Mitzrayim has the same letters of Mitzrayim, which means constrictions, challenges, struggles, difficulties. We all experience our own servitude, our own inner bondage to those areas of life that we feel we'd like to break free from. This pasuk is the headquarters of all exile. This is where the story begins. This pasuk encapsulates the way in which all of us go down to Mitzrayim, just like the Bnei Yisrael did, which kicked off hundreds of years of servitude and difficulty and pain. But ultimately, the tzaddikim teach, Ein hadinim nimtakim ela b'sheirasham. The place where all severity can be sweetened is only at the source, not to deal with the symptoms, but to go straight to the root of the problem. And if that's true, Rabbi Nachman of Breslov teaches that this pasuk, which is the headquarters of Galus, actually contains within it the seeds of the Geula. And he says like this. He says, we know from the tzaddikim that there are 50 gates of teshuva. But 49 of those gates, he says, are captured in the words, Shuvu Elai. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, return to me. 49 gates are for us to march through, gate after gate. Each of us has our own particular angle, our own particular gate through which we enter, and then we march through the rest of the 48 gates until we reach the 49th. Shuvu Elai. But then the 50th gate is Va'ashuva Eilechem. That's where HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so to speak, comes out to greet us. And these are the 50 gates of teshuva. The Rebbe says that teshuva doesn't simply mean to return to Hashem. It means to return to the deepest essence of who we are. What is our deepest essence? In the Shvatim. This is where we come from, the children of Yaakov Avinu, mitasei shlema. When we do teshuva, we're returning to our connection with our root, with the Shvatim. Fascinatingly, 12 names of the Shvatim have 49 letters, corresponding to these 49 gates of teshuva that we enter. Interestingly enough, the words Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, and Baruch Shem, till the end of that pasuk, also feature 12 words and 49 letters. So we enter into all these 49 letters of the names of the Shvatim until we arrive at HaKadosh Baruch Hu's embrace, V'ashuva Aleichem, the way in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu returns through that 50th gate to embrace us. But the question is, how do we find our gate? How do we find the way that we need to return to Hashem? And what happens if the gate is closed? How do we open the gate? And how do we even have the cheshek, the desire to do teshuva? Says Rabbi Nachman, that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent David HaMelech to the world for. David HaMelech, Chazal teach, was sent lahiras teshuva liyachid, to teach each and every individual how to do teshuva, not to give up hope, how to stand up after a failure and return to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with a broken heart. Says Rabbi Nachman, Tehilim misugal l'tshuva. Saying Tehilim is a segula, to enable a person to find their gate and to open the gate, so that they can begin the journey through the 49 gates, the 49 letters of the Shvatim, until we can return back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Says the tzaddik, amazingly, that's exactly what happened with our coming down to Mitzrayim. It's true, we went down into that state of ervas haaretz, into the lowliness of struggle and Mitzrayim and challenge and being bound by the slavery of the Yetzer Hara. But ultimately, we came out of Mitzrayim. And as we came out of Mitzrayim, we counted 49 days, corresponding to the 49 gates of teshuva, corresponding to the 49 letters of the names of the Shvatim. And finally, when we reached the 50th day, Vayered Hashem al Har Sinai, Va'ashuva Aleichem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes out to greet us. Says the tzaddik, all of this is encapsulated in the first pasuk in this week's parsha, which is the shoirish of Galus, which is the source which contains the seeds of the Geula. As the pasuk says, Ve'ela Shemot b'nei Yisrael. These are the names of the Bnei Yisrael, hinting to the 49 letters in the names of the Shvatim that correspond to the 49 gates of teshuva. Haboyim Mitzrayim, that come down to Mitzrayim, Es Yaakov, ish ubeisai, Yaakov Avinu and his children, the Shvatim. Says that Tzaddik, look at the Sofei Tevos, look at the closing letters of these words, and you find a Hey for Ve'ela, a Taf for Shemais, a Yud for B'nai, a Lamed for Yisrael. Haba'im ends with a Mem. Mitzrayim is a Hey, the Taf for Ace, Beis for Yaakov, Shin for Ish, and Vav for Ubeisai. If you take those letters and spell them together, they spell Tehilim and teshuva, showing us that the way that we can find the inspiration to return to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the way that we can find and locate our gate, and the way that we can open the gate is through Tehilim. That through Tehilim we merit to teshuva. Through all of our going down to Mitzrayim and our experience with the challenge of our Mitzrayim, we can break free. And Tehilim is the skula for teshuva. Tehilim enables us to march through the 49 gates so that we can come to our own Har Sinai, our own Kabbalah Satorah, our own freedom, so that we can truly experience the Geula from our Mitzrayim. We should be zeicha to it. B'siyata d'shmaya. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.